Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts is a 16.3-acre complex of buildings in the Lincoln Square neighborhood of Manhattan in New York City. A consortium of civic leaders and others, led by and under the initiative of John D. Rockefeller III, built Lincoln Center as part of the Lincoln Square Renewal Project under Robert Moses's program of urban renewal in the 1950s and 60s. Respected architects were contracted to design the major buildings on the site, and over the next 30 years, the previously blighted area around Lincoln Center became a new cultural hub. Rockefeller was Lincoln Center's inaugural president from 1956 and became its chairman in 1961. He is credited with raising more than half of the $184.5 million in private funds needed to build the complex, including drawing on his own funds, while the Rockefeller Brothers Fund also contributed to the project. The center's three buildings, Avery Fisher Hall, formerly Philharmonic Hall, David H. Koch Theater, formerly the New York State Theater, and the Metropolitan Opera House were opened in 1962, 64, and 66 respectively. This overhead picture of the center gives you a very good view of where the various buildings are located in relationship to each other and just how huge this center is. While the center may have been named because it was located in the Lincoln Square neighborhood, it is unclear whether the area was named as a tribute to U.S. President Abraham Lincoln. The name was bestowed on the area in 1906 by the New York City Board of Aldermen, but no records give reason for choosing that name. There has been speculation that the name came from a local landowner because the square was previously named Lincoln Square. However, city records from that time do not show the name Lincoln as one of the property owners. The New York Philharmonic, officially the Philharmonic Symphony Society of New York Incorporated, is based at the Avery Fisher Hall in Lincoln Center. Organized in 1842, the orchestra is older than any other extant American symphonic institution by nearly 4 decades. Its record-setting 15,000th concert was given on May 5, 2010. Designed by Max Abramovitz, the hall opened in 1962 as Philharmonic Hall as the new home concert venue for the New York Philharmonic after the orchestra moved from Carnegie Hall. The hall was renamed for Avery Fisher, a member of the Philharmonic Board of Directors, following his $10.5 million donation to the orchestra in 1973. The seating capacity of this hall is 2,600. An early television concert from Avery Fisher Hall again featured Leonard Bernstein and the New York Philharmonic in one of the Young People's Concerts. It was the first of the many such concerts televised from this venue, still known as Philharmonic Hall at that time.
The House program lists that conductorless performance of the Overture to Candide by Leonard Bernstein as the musicians' tribute to their late music director. Live from Lincoln Center, the Overture to Candide by Leonard Bernstein, opening this gala 150th birthday concert by the New York Philharmonic.
Originally called the New York State Theater, it is the home of the New York City Ballet, which was founded in 1948 by choreographer George Balanchine and an American writer, impresario, and art connoisseur Lincoln Kirstein. The theater was designed by architect Philip Johnson to Balanchine's specifications and opened in 1964. The success of this ballet company is marked by its move to the New York State Theater, now called the David H. Koch Theater, named after the gas and oil billionaire who in 2008 pledged $100 million over the next 10 years to renovate the theater and provide an operating and maintenance endowment. The theater is to bear his name for 50 years, although people still refer to it in its original name. Balanchine and Jerome Robbins are considered the founding choreographers of the company. The Metropolitan Opera, often referred to as the Met, is an opera company based in New York City, the resident at the Metropolitan Opera House located at Lincoln Center. It is the largest classical music organization in North America. The Metropolitan Opera House, as part of Lincoln Center, opened there in 1966. The Opera House contains 3,800 seats and 195 standing room places and was designed by architect Wallace K. Harrison. The east facade is graced with a distinctive series of 5 arches. The lobby is dominated by a cantilevered stairway that connects the main level with the lower level lounge and upper floors. Suspended in the lobby are 11 crystal chandeliers resembling constellations or starbursts. The auditorium contains 21 matching chandeliers, the largest which measures 18 feet in diameter. The auditorium is fan-shaped and decorated in gold and white with 5 levels above the orchestra. The overall dimension of the stage with wing space are 90 feet deep and 103 feet wide. The stage contains 7 full elevators that are 60 feet wide with double decks, 3 slip stages which allot spaces on either side and behind the main stage, each capable of holding a complete stage setting. The large and highly mechanized stage and support space smoothly facilitates the rotating presentation of up to 4 different opera productions each week. Here are some scenes from their lavish productions: Verdi's Aida, Wagner's Die Walküre, Puccini's Madama Butterfly.
Madama Butterfly. Don't miss the return of a love story so gorgeous, so ravishingly beautiful, it can only be experienced at one place. Puccini's Madama Butterfly at the Met.
The Juilliard School was founded in 1905 with the idea of establishing a music academy in the United States to rival the European conservatories, as too many students were going overseas to study music. Called the Juilliard School of Music at first, it has set a standard for education in the performing arts since its founding. Its esteemed music program was joined by a dance division in 1951 and drama division in 1968 and is now called the Juilliard School. It is now the professional educational arm of the Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts. The Juilliard offers degrees in music, dance, drama, and postgraduate in music. Admittance into the Juilliard is highly competitive. In 2007, the school received 2,138 applicants for admissions, of which 162 were admitted, for a 7.5% acceptance rate. On February 1st, 1957, the Juilliard accepted to join the Lincoln Center and would occupy a new $30 million building on the corners of Broadway and 65th Street. At the same time, the founders of Lincoln Center wished to have a chamber music hall in the complex. As the Juilliard School also needed a concert hall equal size to the chamber music hall, Lincoln Center decided to build one in the Juilliard School building. Thus, the Alice Tully Hall was designed as part of the Juilliard School by Pietro Belluschi, who became involved with the Lincoln Center project in 1956. It was named after Alice Tully, an American singer, music promoter, and philanthropist whose donations assisted in the construction of the hall. Directly left to the Opera House is the Damrosch Park, where the Lincoln Center out of doors is located. Directly at the right of the Opera House is the Lincoln Center Theater, also known as the Vivian Beaumont Theater, where the revival of South Pacific was held a few years back. The Film Society of Lincoln Center's new landmark, state-of-the-art Eleanor Bonin Monroe Film Center, a multi-screen theater and cultural venue opened to the public in the heart of Lincoln Center's campus in June of 2011. This is where the annual New York Film Festival is now held every year. The center's cultural institutions also make use of facilities located away from the main campus. In 2004, the center was expanded through the addition of Jazz at Lincoln Center's newly built performing arts complex at the Frederick P. Rose Hall in the new Time Warner Center, located a few blocks to the south of the campus. This gives you an idea of the magnitude and scope of Lincoln Center for the performing arts. It is just such a tremendous center for the public to enjoy, and where the best artists in the world come to perform. Much gratitude and appreciation goes to John D. Rockefeller III and the civic leaders of the New York City who had the foresight, energy, dedication, and love for the performing arts to build such a splendid center. To conceive, plan, and build a center with such magnitude and scope is truly a magnificent and awe-inspiring feat. There is no other center in the world of its kind that is comparable in its size and diversity as Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts.